The Blacksun's origin story is laid out in Marvel 2-in-1, issues 21 through 23. I don't know who on the creative team came up with the layout of issue 21, but it is very unique. The story is divided up 40 years apart between 1976 and 1936. Both stories are told in tandem. The 1976 story focuses around the Thing, and the 1936 version focuses on Doc Savage. Both are visited at their respective headquarters by a woman looking for help. The Thing is visited by Janice Lightner, while Doc Savage entertains her mother, Lucinda Lightner. Janice is concerned about her brother, Thomas Lightner, an engineering genius who refuses the help of others and has driven himself into bankruptcy. Lucinda shows up worried about her husband, Raymond Lightner, a Nobel Prize-winning astronomer whose personality changed after learning his wife was pregnant. A tale is told of both father and son spiraling into madness, ostracizing themselves from a world they are certain could never understand them. Raymond claimed to have found a power that could transcend mortality, and his son was determined to finish his father's work. Raymond had built the Sky Cannon, a device that would allow him to harness the power of the stars, a device which would kill Raymond. Both mother and daughter are slapped for questioning father and son. The physical abuse was the final straw for both women, and they sought outside help to stop the use of the Sky Cannon. As the women finish their stories, the city and the stars black out in both timelines. The only light is that of a glow coming from up the Hudson, the location of Lightner Mansion. Our respective heroes take to the skies to investigate. As both father and son make the final adjustments to the Sky Cannon, the star beam is intercepted in both timelines by our heroes' flying machines. The timelines come together, bringing both teams' vehicles and people crashing down. At the same time, the star beam is deflected back towards father and son, merging them into one, turning them into the villain Blacksun. Everybody lands safely, and after a brief explanation, the Lightner Observatory explodes in black light with Blacksun standing at the middle of it. The heroes' various observations are interesting, such as the Thing picking up on the plural we. Blacksun immediately goes on the attack, shooting black bursts of energy at the heroes. Johnny Storm calls for everybody else to hang back while he goes to investigate, but Doc Savage is having none of it, while the Thing reels from finding he's fighting beside Doc Savage, and Janice begs him not to hurt her brother/father. She needn't worry though, as bullets and even light itself bends itself around Blacksun. The Human Torch gets all mouthy and is wrapped in a smothering black light for his trouble. Ben runs in on Blacksun for a little clobbering time, but his punches are ineffective. Ben gives a great line here when he calls Blacksun the supervillain of the month. Doc Savage notices that Blacksun's powers fluctuate with the amount of light available and uses some cloud cover to land an opportune punch. Blacksun tries to escape, but Doc Savage grabs a hold of him as he flies away, attempting to be one with an imploding universe. The Thing also grabs on, but Blacksun pushes them away and takes to the skies. Blacksun can't contain all the energy he's taking in and collapses, falling back to the ground. The temporal distortion ends, sending Doc Savage and friends back to 1939. The issue ends with Janice wanting to get a doctor for her brother and Johnny Storm agreeing to get Dr. Don Blake to try and help save them. Marvel 2-in-1, issue 22 continues the story where we left off. By all appearances, Blacksun is dead, but for some reason Johnny Storm is determined to save him. Ben sees it as a lost cause, but Johnny refuses to give up. He comes up with a way to use his heat as a form of reverse cryogenics that will only work on the Blacksun's hyperthermal body. All three of them then leave to go find Dr. Blake. They find the hospital nearly deserted except for some people running away from the operating rooms. Dr. Blake is missing, but Thor has arrived. The Thing leaves Johnny and Janice behind to investigate what is happening at the hospital. The story continues in Marvel 2-in-1, issue 23. Johnny Storm and Janice are left taking care of Blacksun in an empty hospital. After 30 minutes, they walk towards where they last saw Ben and find a battle-strewn operating room. Meanwhile, the Thing and Thor are fighting Seth and Devourer on the golden path of the gods. After a little clobbering, the Thing and Thor return to the hospital, where Thor is nowhere to be found, but his alter ego Dr. Blake has arrived and takes Blacksun under his care. I will pick up with Dr. Lightner once again when I cover Project Pegasus. Thus concludes the origin of Blacksun. Please feel free to hit any of the buttons below. I'm out.